Left. Oh. Look at the bottom left, you got it. There you go.
It's kind of hard to explain, but there is something different about the C.A.T suppressors. For better or worse, I get to shoot a lot of different silencers, and there's nothing quite like the C.A.T cans. Sure, they have similar attributes to this can or that can. They're low back pressure, they're quiet, they're still a cylindrical tube that screws onto the end of your barrel, yet they are different. Unless you've been stuck out to sea for some time, you've at least heard of Spectre's C.A.T or C.A.T Combat Application Technologies. They busted on the scene not too long ago with some edgy marketing pissing off and on a good part of the industry. Marketing aside, they made some really big claims, and they have been backing it up with unbelievable performance in all the cans that they've come out with so far. One thing about C.A.T cans is they are very caliber specific. So much for the old way of thinking, if it fits, it ships. And what I mean by that is if any given caliber fits down the bore of any given suppressor, then obviously that can was made for that caliber. C.A.T silencers are finer tuned, and they are made to not only work with the basic diameter of any given bullet, but also that round's pressure signature. And all of that brings us to the C.A.T NOAH and 6mm arc. And if you're interested in getting a C.A.T NOAH or any other awesome silencers, check out Silencer Shop. If you're not using Silencer Shop, you are working too hard. They make getting suppressors easier than anyone else in the industry. They make fingerprinting simple with their kiosk. You probably have a dealer with a Silencer Shop kiosk in your area. Silencer Shop is the one and done silencer buying solution. It's headache free and the best way to get your silencer. And they are the exclusive distributor for C.A.T silencers. So be sure to check out Silencer Shop for your next addition to your suppressor collection. So if you have something like 6-ARC, you can shoot it in the C.A.T Whitebread, the C.A.T ODB, or the C.A.T Johnny Law, but the NOAH is specifically tuned for it. And that's what we're going to be covering today, and I know this can isn't for everyone, but I for one am extremely excited about it because I love 6-ARC. And in talking with Mr. Gingernuts on Instagram, this will also be the can most suited to 6mm calibers like 6 Creedmoor, 6 GT, and 6 Dasher. In case you are unfamiliar with 6-ARC, it is an extremely impressive round that has been gaining a good bit of traction lately because of its ability to have significant kinetic energy, good long-range capabilities, and fit into the AR-15 platform. Hornady developed the round and aimed to create a round that combines the long range and energy of .308 while fitting it into an AR-15. This would provide a 30% weight savings for both ammo and the platform. They achieved this by using a high ballistic coefficient 6mm projectile and a 6.5 Grendel case, giving it the most case capacity possible while still fitting into the AR-15 package. In a recent video on the GQ Armory Paladin in 6-ARC, we proved that an 11-inch 6-ARC had more kinetic energy at the muzzle than a 16-inch 5.56, and was also able to make shots just past 1,000 yards. It's an extremely impressive round, and you can see why it's gaining in popularity, and that is what the C.A.T NOAH is primarily designed for. After getting to shoot the NOAH a good bit, I can also say that it is very effective on 5.56 and 22 ARC. So if you're like me and you're into these oddball calibers, this is a very exciting offering because while there are a lot of cans that can handle these calibers, there aren't hardly any tailored to them. The NOAH is definitely the most effective can on 6-ARC given its size. What I mean by that is, you may be able to find a significantly larger can that is quieter on 6-ARC, but I don't think you'll find anything close to the same size as quiet and effective as the NOAH. This can is superb on 6-ARC and 6 GT for that matter. Hopefully it came through in the video, but as is par for the course for C.A.T cans, this is remarkable on its intended caliber of 6 arc. Also really effective on 6 GT, and as a bonus, it's also extremely good on 5.56. Another thing I would want to know if I was in the market for this can is, since it's rated for 5.56, is how it sounds on 5.56 and how does it compare to the white bread and the ODB, because you may be weighing all of those cans against one another, so I tested that as well. Hopefully it came through in the test, but the Noah is very comparable to the white bread, which is extremely impressive to me. Really, they're all pretty impressive, but I still think the ODB is just barely the quietest on 5.56, but of course it's longer than the other two. Speaking of size, the Noah is kind of in between the white bread and the ODB. This picture kind of gives you an idea, but not totally a fair comparison, since the Noah is a hub can and my other two C.A.T cans use the spooky QD mounting system, which is an exceptional QD mounting system. This titanium hub-compatible Noah is 6.15 inches long and weighs in at a shockingly light 8.6 ounces, which is just amazing. Now, the trade-off for the titanium weight is you need to be slightly careful with the TI cans as far as hard use. Basically, C.A.T has some fairly strict guidelines on how hot you can get it before it needs to cool down. We did a deep dive into this for the white bread video, so if you want to know more, go check it out. But as a general rule of thumb, 10 to 12 consecutive shots and the Noah needs to cool down a bit. For me, the weight of the TI cans is worth the restrictions. However, if you don't want any restrictions, the Noah is also available in Inconel. Now, that's not a completely fair statement, because if you read the manual, there are still restrictions on the Inconel as well. They would just be hard to reach for the typical shooter. Inconel, of course, adds weight. This exact can in Inconel weighs in at 16.8 ounces, which is about double the titanium, but still very respectable for an Inconel can. If you have any interest whatsoever in 6 arc, 6 Creedmoor, 6 GT, 6 Dasher, or basically anything in the 6mm realm, this is the can for you. Performance is amazing on the intended calibers, and the Noah even works great on 5.56. So if you have an interest in, say, a 6 arc down the road and want to get a can that will be great on both, I'd also look at the Noah. It is also noticeably better on 6 arc than the white bread or the ODB, and it is really close on 5.56. This is a great can for me because I'm fully on the 6 arc bandwagon. For me, it delivers more energy on target than 5.56, works great out of short barrels, has the range of 308 with less recoil. I really don't know what else you can ask for other than silencers specifically tailored to it, and now we have that. It is a great time to be alive. While I know it won't be for everyone, I know that I am very excited about the Noah and so glad that C.A.T made this can, and hope more companies make cans specifically designed for 6mm cartridges. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and another huge thank you goes out to Silencer Shop. They can easily guide you through the NFA process, and they are the exclusive distributor for C.A.T suppressors. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because as always, we have some really big reviews in the works that you won't want to miss. If you want to know what those reviews are way before they hit the YouTube channel, check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, where you can see what's being reviewed in real time. And by the way, check the links in the description. There you can find some cool stuff that I found and the best deals on it. If you want to help support Alabama Arsenal, the absolute best way to do that is through Patreon. These videos can be surprisingly expensive to make, and every little bit helps and is greatly appreciated. There's also Alabama Arsenal gear available right below the video if you want to go out and represent. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.